All right, guys, I just want to start off by saying, if you're on the practice of semen retention, it doesn't matter what other retainers are telling you about the time spent that the time spent in your streaks. If they're telling you, oh, you need to be on like a week, or you should be already at a month or 2 months, it's fine. The fact that you're already retaining, you are much more superior than 99% of the other people in the world that are not retaining, that are not even thinking about semen retention. That's number one. You are not a loser. I just want to tell you that. Now, because you are not a loser, now we're getting to the topic of the video. Because you are not a loser, you need to now value yourself higher than how you used to when you were not on semen retention, when you were releasing constantly, when you were masturbating, when you were sexually incontinent. I'm gonna tell you everything right now. Your blood, this is gonna be deep. Somer Del Pisa has never talked about this on his channel. The quality of your blood is better than that of the entire world. When you are in, we're gonna break it down, right? I don't want to just keep talking or spouting this nonsense to you guys without my observations and my evidence backing up to these claims, right? Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get right into it, right? So, number one, when you are retaining, when you retain for a long period of time, not only the metabolic functions of your body is optimizing, every single system in your body, your digestive system, your circulatory system, nervous system, the speed of the communication between nerve cells, your cardiovascular system, your muscular system, your skeletal system, they're all getting reinforced and bolstered because you are retaining that energy in the body. The semen, I want to give you guys a little bit of an intellectual understanding about what the heck is going on in your body, because I don't know if you guys are thinking about it on a basic level, which is just, oh, I'm retaining, I'm not having sex, I'm just becoming stronger. How you're getting stronger is that the systems of your body is being reinvigorated by the energy of the retained semen. You need to understand this 100%. Please understand this. Now, I like to also have faith. I've always believed in a monotheistic God. I always believed in God. And I've sort of relinquished a lot of my personal control to God, really. I'm not trying to do really anything in life now. I'm just, whatever I'm meant to do, it's gonna come to me, and then I'm gonna do it. Not to say I'm not being an active principle of some sort, but I'm gonna, I'm relinquish myself a little bit to God. Now that your systems are getting bolstered by the power of the semen, you need to understand that your blood is changing too. Your blood is being renewed. Right? This is parallel to the Bible, what they were saying in the New Testament. Jesus, especially before he was crucified and before his disciples took over, right? He was saying, in order to get into the kingdom of heaven, you must be renewed. You must be as a child. I don't know if you guys really understand this. I'm telling you, to be as a child, that means everything that you have learned, all the conditioning of this world that you've learned, you have to manipulate to get ahead. You have to cut people off to get ahead, which, to some degree you should, but I'm saying cutting people off that drain you, that only orbit you for your energy. These are the people that you should remove from your midst. Cutting people, like good people off, I don't think that works long term, and people always have regrets. So your blood is renewing through the practice of semen retention. 3 months in the practice, your blood is already changed completely, right? And now that your blood is changed completely, you are more valuable. Your genetics are now being altered. When you've stayed away from alcohol, when you stayed away from hooking up, when you stayed away from cigarettes, drugs, marijuana, your blood is being renewed. You are now valuable. It doesn't matter what the darkness of this world tells you about what you're not doing or what you need to do more of or what you are lacking. This is all fallacy. I am telling you this right now. When you understand these guys that are, the people out there that's on there like 2 months of semen retention, 3 months of semen retention, and there's already that dissonance that is spreading between you and the world, this chasm that's spreading and increasing between you and the world. You guys understand this. It's because your energy is changed, your blood is different, and that makes you more valuable. And that means that now when you are finally trying to, because there are some people on the semen retention space that want to be celibate for the rest of their lives, and if that is your calling and you truly feel comfortable with that, that is great. But then also, as my personal opinion about this entire thing, renewing your blood and altering your genetics through this practice, it makes you way more valuable, and it makes that your progeny even much better. all the karmic debt that you clear through your practice of semen retention, through your celibacy, it will not get passed on to your next of kin. They come into the world more powerful. What I'm saying is that men on semen retention, if you start a family, you are going to be 1,000,000 times more, your progeny will be 1,000,000 times more powerful than the other multitude that is not practicing this. I'm always bringing it back to the Bible because, like I said, I've been reading it. I'm currently on Acts right now, the book of Acts in the New Testament. And I've learned so much. There's a reason, right? We're going to go back to the Old Testament for this reference. There's a reason why God, when he was guiding the special people of Israel through the land of the heathen and said, do not mix with the heathen. Follow my ways, follow my precepts, and they will be taken into your hand. You will multiply of your own people, your own precepts. It's because the heathen, it doesn't matter, by the way, what race they are, what nation they claim, if they do not renounce their sexual gratification for the sake of a higher learning and a higher ability, then they are heathen. If they smoke cigarettes, they do all these, these degenerate things, they are heathen. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what culture they're from. And when you contain within yourself these habits, these precepts of retention, renunciation, relinquishing, austerity measures upon the self, of delayed gratification, everything about you is being renewed, and therefore your genetics are much more valuable. When you reproduce with someone else that has also gone through that same train of discipline, that same train of austerity measures upon the self, then the progeny that you will create will be incredibly powerful. Like I said a little earlier, the karmic debt will have been cleared because you have tackled it. The unfortunate thing, your parents have lived in an interesting time, right? Most likely, if you're like 20s, 30s, listening to this video currently, your parents were around a time when there wasn't any Xbox, there wasn't high-speed internet, right? There wasn't Instagram or social mediums like that. So when you had to learn information, you had to go to the library or go to a bookstore and actually read the information. Sit there, read encyclopedias, learn about the world. We can't just learn about the GDP of say Serbia, like as quickly as we could now. Back then, they had to actually go and look it up. They had to go to a source, an accredited source, and then look it up. The thing is though, even during that time where, because you're taking the time and effort to learn information, and that would therefore give you more discipline, your parents were not disciplined. They were all heathen. All of them they didn't seek retention for a higher purpose. They sought it because the alternative was a magazine, where the medium, Playboy magazine, because the medium of adult film content consumption was completely different. If they were around the same amount of distractions that we have now in the world, they would have caved in because they have no discipline. They went to church. They could recite all these things from the Bible, like my dad. He could recite everything from the Bible. You could give him a story, he'll be able to tell it to you. But does he practice? No. Is his God the one of sexual gratification? Yes. These are the people of the world. These are the people that came before us and the people that came before them. That's who their gods are. Because now we have all this information. We have online communities that talk about semen retention, that talk about the power of faith and how it coincides with semen retention. We could become so much more powerful than the past ever was. I need you guys to understand this. I was thinking about this the other day because I was going back home from work, and I was like, I've been on this retention journey, for this particular trip for a very long time, and I feel stronger. I feel, even though I'm much more at enmity with the people of the world, and I still love them because they're people. They have their own ambitions and everything, even though it's a little wayward. I can care not. I'm not going to judge them, but I see that an enmity beginning. I can't really relate. I relate to them, but they don't want to sort of speak back. There's all this ignorance on their end. So it's cool. That's them, and that's the people. That's fine. But I also thought of what's going on internally. I haven't released at all. I've only been eating healthy for forever. I've been going to the gym, cultivating myself, constantly trying to grow. We've gone back to the Bible, like I said. So what's really going on? And I thought about this because I went back to the videos. If you guys are new to the channel, I spoke a lot in the past about semen retention and how it bolsters the various systems of the body and how it does that. Guys, check out the history of the channel if you want to check that out. But you need to understand, I don't want this video to carry on for too long, you need to understand that you are now tackling all the spiritual karmic debt that your parents were too weak to solve, and first of all to identify, and then to correct. You are correcting it now. Through semen retention, you are fixing that now. Semen retention is a vibration that you're putting your body through, your vessel through, and you're cultivating the antennas of your body to communicate with God, the divine, so he can chasten you, so you can go through the disciplines of the world, so you can clear the debt that was accumulated by your parents that were too weak to do it. Understand how powerful this practice is. Once you've reached that slate, you have balanced the scales of the debt accumulated by your forefathers. You are now at an optimal position to reproduce and have, if you're interested in that route, you can have a child with someone else that has also done the same practice, and then the progeny would be so much more powerful. They will not be prone to drugs, they will not be prone to alcohol. All of these degenerate acts that the world does, they will not be prone to it. They'll be tempted by it, which is a byproduct from living in the world naturally, but an inclination, a proclivity, an urge to do so, it will not exist within them. They will only be tempted. And this is where you need to go. Understand that semen retention is so much more of a powerful practice than you could ever possibly fathom. Seriously, you're going to understand so much. Not only that, you need to also, the parallels, I know I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but this ties in a little bit. The parallels between the Bible and your body are very, very uncanny. You have to understand the temple that they're referring to, Solomon's temple, although secret societies have literally built the temple and sought to hoard this information to broadcast dominion, which is silly, by the way, ultimately. But this stuff has to do with your body. Cultivate your body. You need to train your body. Discipline and subjugate your body. Your body is a slave to the things of the world. Always, it will always be a slave to the things of the world because your body is of the world. What you need to do is triumph and surpass and surmount the obstacles of the body. Train yourself, semen retention, semen retention, semen retention, semen retention, semen retention, and have peace. Please forgive the people of the world. Remember, you're gonna get far in semen retention, right? Eventually, this is inevitable. You keep following it, you're going to be powerful at it. That's going to happen eventually. And then the enmity between the people of the world and you will grow. They will cast stones at you. It's the same thing that happened to who came after Jesus Christ in the New Testament. The people that were still of the old faith threw stones at them. They wanted to put them to death when they were still trying to preach not only that select people could have the power of God and the Holy Ghost, but everyone can have it. And this is what I'm saying. Use the power of semen retention to bolster and fortify your spirit, and therefore your body, and therefore your genetics, and so you could have wonderful, beautiful, very divine focused progeny. That's what I'm saying, guys. And with that being said, that's all I have to say about that topic today. If you guys enjoy that kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with some peers. Don't ever let this place get you down. Don't ever let this place make you feel fear. This place is truly of the world. They are emanations of the world. They are brought together in sin, truly, dead serious. These guys came up from random circumstances, random occurrences. Their ways are random, chaotic, unfocused. It doesn't matter what riches they have, they are all of the world, and that is nothing in pale compared to your tie with the divine and your higher self through discipline. I love you all, guys. Stay radiant. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Woo!